Okay, did this switch over? Let's see. Am I moving correctly? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Hello everyone. I'm gonna move my phone. I'm back. Hello, I'm Lilybwees. Welcome, welcome. I'm your divorced, agoraphobic hagtuber. I play games wrong on purpose. Handcam. We are in a weird setup today. I have a table 90 degrees to my desk, but none of the wires are the right lengths, and the camera's way too low, and it's hard for me to see chat, which I have on a laptop that for some reason is like, I don't know if you guys can hear the fans running over the BGM, but she's going. She's definitely going. So anyway, hello. Whew. Sorry, I've been setting stuff up, and it's been a mess of wires and technology and gathering a whole bunch of tools and stuff. Like, I don't fucking know what drill bits I need, so I grabbed some random god hand stuff, and we have this little thingy with us. She's just kind of watching. Anyway. Welcome. I'm back. I don't know what to yap about first. I was like so sick for so long. And then I went on a trip, and then I got back and I was still sick. And yeah. So it's been like 2 weeks. Yeah. Do I still have fluid in my lungs? I think I've had fluid in my lungs for like a decade. So I'm not actually that worried. But I mean, it's worth dealing with. Maybe apparently there's not supposed to be like burning sensations in my lungs during regular colds. Apparently that's not normal. I just got a call from like the University Maryland medical system, and they were like, here's this like 20-digit account number to call this specific phone number on, and it's like, why? You didn't tell me to write anything down. It didn't record. I don't know what to do. Why did you not just email this or something? But anyway, I'm back. Hello. Yeah. I had so many things I wanted to talk about, so many like little conversations I've been having with myself to like prep and make sure everything's ready, and so that they have all left my mind. But all right, I'm going to crack open a non-alcoholic beer. Oh, that's something I want to talk about actually. And I'm so bad about making notes. I have a nice little notebook and everything. All right. So first off, today, so since this thing has last been on stream, I have swapped out the like joystick for this like bullet shaped one, which is just nice because you can hold it in a whole lot of ways, and it just works really nicely. It's kind of like a weird mixture between a bat top and a ball top, and it's just, I like it. It's really, really good for shmups. I really, really like it for shmups. I added, I don't know if the camera will pick this up. It kind of does. 3 new buttons. I think I just have the map to start select home, but it's going to be L3, R3 home. Just make sure that I have all the inputs you might need. And I put in a new PCB. Because the old, also my hands are kind of sweaty because it's fucking hot here. But because the old PCB there were some issues I was having with I wanted to boot into certain modes, and it kind of didn't have. This new one has full retro console compatibility and modern console up to like the PS5. I imagine there'll be firmware for the Switch too shortly, or it might just work as a Switch controller as is. But these buttons stopped working, I think, and there's just some weirdness going on here. I don't love this stupid foam grommet thing I made. There's a bunch of things that I probably actually need to secure with hot glue, and I need some sort of LED indicator to tell me what's going on. Thankfully, I got an LED indicator that I can install to tell me what's going on, so I don't have to open it up to look at the little LEDs on the PCB. So that will solve a lot of problems. Also, if my tracking's weird, iPad's in a weird place on this table, there's a mic and a camera blocking me, there's stuff all over here. So, also, I have this thing to put screws in, so you guys can't accuse me of eating them anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, I know you still will, but at least now I won't lose any screws. Anyway, let's talk. So, as you guys know, I was sick, I was hospitalized. Thankfully, the pain stopped right before off-kai. Unfortunately, I didn't really have enough time. Well, not quite hospital. I went to the ER. Yeah, they didn't admit me overnight. They almost did. Basically my gallbladder's fucked. There's some word for when you get like gallbladder pain, but they can't find any stones in it. Something with something, whatever. I can either get my gallbladder out, or that's it. That's the only way to treat any of it. And I don't want my gallbladder. It's a useful organ. I want to keep it. Anyway, so I had that going on. And then we went to off-kai. Acalculus. No, not the itis, because there wasn't an infection. But it is acalculus something or another. There not being an infection is a huge reason why they kind of let me go home. Yeah. So I went to off-kai. I am going to say that for a lot of reasons, including the agoraphobia, not having had time to physically or emotionally recover before that, and just some interpersonal stuff. Not necessarily my interpersonal stuff, like friends' interpersonal stuff. Just there was a lot that was happening, and it kind of made it a not great experience, overall. So as a trip, it kind of sucked. Convention itself was great. Off-kai's great. Off-kai staff and volunteers and all of that is amazing. The venue's good, programming's good. I love off-kai. I'm happy that I got to meet friends. I met a bunch of wisps and dormies and some of you guys, and I was really excited about that. I met I met Tummy and others. I hung out with Bug and Mimi. So there were some good parts. But it was not a good trip. I'm a little bummed that it also wasn't a cheap trip. A little bummed that I'm now in a non-trivial amount of debt for a trip that wasn't fun. But that's neither here nor there. I'm home now. Except when I got home, I was sick for a week. It was just a cold, but it like knocked me out, probably because my body hadn't healed yet, and it reopened my throat wounds, so I was bleeding from my throat. So that's why it took me so long to start streaming again, because I'm not going to stream if I'm actively bleeding from my throat. That just seems a bad idea. That's how I permanently injure myself. Yeah, and then Small Dog got it. I did present a panel. The panel was fun. I liked how it came out. I'll be presenting that again on Saturday. I'm excited about that. Also, I just realized while I was there, I had a lot of opportunities to drink. And I didn't. And I think that was for the best. And I decided I'm just gonna stop drinking alcohol. Why not? I don't need it. I realize I mostly do it just because I like the taste of like cocktails and stuff, and I like the taste of beer and stuff. But like it wasn't a necessity. Oh god, Anon, thank you. I can't read what it says. Oh god, why is it not playing the alerts? What is going on? Is it playing any noises? It is playing desktop. I don't know anymore. Thank you. I just saw the little thingy, and I'll look at it later. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I used to have an alcohol problem. Not like a severe one, but it was enough that I was using it unhealthily. So I stopped drinking for a while. I started back up again, like very seldomly, but I realized I'm old. I say as I'm 30, not that old, but my body just doesn't process alcohol like it does when like I was in college. It makes me very sick. I'm not like allergic to it, it's just my body does not like it. It's literally poison. My health is already in the fritz. I don't need to introduce alcohol to the system. So I do it for taste, but mocktails are so good nowadays, and so it was like I'm just gonna stop drinking alcohol. And I discovered while I was at Seymour's house that Athletic makes really good non-alcoholic beer. I haven't tried this one yet. That's just an IPA. That literally just tastes like an IPA. I don't mind it. Kinda wish it was a little colder, but... So it was like, yeah. I mean, if I go to a place and they have like some really interesting cocktail or something, or they're doing something really unique with alcohol, sure, I might still have a drink. But like, it's, you know, this isn't a strict thing to me, but I think it just as a general practice, being alcohol free is probably not a bad idea for me. So no more drunk streams. But I couldn't do drunk streams anyway, because I would be so sick the next day or two. That's why I stopped doing them. That's why I stopped drinking on stream. And then whenever I forget and then I do it again, I always regret it. And it's like, ugh. So yeah, I'm just not drinking alcohol anymore. All right. And then I talked about a lot of stuff before I left. My situation's not great, and we're figuring it out. I'm excited to release the OSC plugin soon, though. Basically, there's a thing... OSC is like Open Sound Communication? Something. I don't know. It's a protocol for audio devices. Basically, for like, and we've like from like 2002, and we've just tortured it, and now we use it for everything VR chat. But as a result, things that use OSC, I don't have the box here. Brainwave sensors. Open sound control. We have brainwave sensors that now. Aki, thank you. I don't know. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't read or hear the messages. It should be doing voice to text, but I don't know why it's not. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can get that working. The alerts are silent. They should not be silent. That is not what they should be doing. Silent. Monitor and output. Okay, hold on. I'm having to like stretch over to my computer. I think I do them through Streamlabs? Okay, they should be up now. Not a good way to test it, but they should be working. Anyway. But yeah, so OSC is basically used for everything in VR chat. This includes full body tracking, like Slime VR, and like Vive trackers. This includes like yeah, let's see. This includes like brainwave sensors. This includes MIDI devices because people, I mean, it's a sound protocol and people do a lot of DJing and stuff in VR chat. So it's like, oh, if I just write this simple plugin, I can hook a lot of things up to VTube Studio. And that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm doing that. It'll be donationware. That's the term for that, right? Free, but you can donate for it. I think that's donationware. I might be using that term incorrectly. Pay what you want, basically, as long as zero. Okay, yeah, donationware. It's donationware. The hardest part is I have realized I've not done a windowed application that's not a web app in a very long time. I don't think I've ever done a windowed application in Python, actually. Yeah, for something that's not a game that wasn't already using a game library or framework, I was in the web app mines. I was doing web dev. So that'll be fun to learn, maybe. That's probably going to be the trickiest part of it, like making bridges between APIs. I did that professionally. That was literally my job. But drawing window to screen is new, scary technology. Like I did some stuff in like C, C++ for like graphics stuff, but not since then. And even then, half the time I would just copy my professor's renderer. Which was copied from, I think, like his professor's renderer. Anyway. That's gonna be an exciting program. Also, once I finish this rigging thing, we're hoping for the updated Lily by the end of the month. And I'll also start doing streams elsewhere. Ooh, vague, but yeah. Different kind of stream. Some of those streams will be... some of those streams will be just me playing games I couldn't play on here. Nothing else on those streams, so, like, they'll be free, and I imagine most people here would be comfortable watching that. And then there'll be other types of content, which nobody here is expected to watch. I will say, the thing about Offkai is I was able to have some good conversations with other people, and I feel very, very confident about my decisions and the idea to do some of the LewTubing stuff. I was very worried about doing it because... you know, it burns a lot of opportunities. But it was one of those things that, nah, I think it's worth it. And I'm pretty, So Offkai was rough, but it was invaluable. Anyway, we are fixing this mess. It is... We're gonna open it up. It's gonna be... Oh, also, another stupid thing I added. I stole an O-ring from... I don't even know what. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm running in like 144p. So like adjusting the camera and stuff, you guys are gonna have to tell me if I need to. But there's this, which keeps the dust cover from falling off when I do it upside down. Yeah, everyone in my life, including family. And it was great to see you, JB Hut. It was great seeing... I got to see a bunch of people, and I was very happy about it. I need to clean this bottom. It's so grimy. It came like this. Alright. Yeah, there's no autofocus on this camera. It's not a webcam. It's not a phone. It is a Nikon mirrorless with a manual lens on it. My grandpa's old, what is this, 24mm lens on it. I'm not doing, I think I decided, excuse me, carbonation in my stomach. Yeah, so all of my lenses are manual. I do not own... Okay, some of these had autofocus. If I wasn't using a dumb converter, I could probably do that. But most of my lenses are before they added any electronics into the lenses. Like pre-AI lenses is the term for... Not like AI, like AI, but like it stands for something. I forget what it stands for. So I use basically a lot of shit Nikon lenses from the 60s and 70s. I love it. Yeah, so this is actually a already modded one that I have done too many mods to at this point. But I mean, once we open it up, I'll show the disaster that's inside. But and I have one I keep stock. I know some people think it's sacrilege to mod a Namco stick. I have one that's stock. This is just what I use for everything. It has quickly become my favorite input device. And it's also one of the few ones I can use when I have the hand and wrist pain. No, this is not the LTT screwdriver. Fuck that. This is a Williams one, which is basically a snap-on one made in the same factory without the branding. Made by the same company, in the same factory by the same company, but without the branding. So it's like 3 times cheaper. And it's nice. I like it. Yeah, the inside is a disaster. What we have in here is the retro fusion board, I think it is called, or something. Full-size Seimitsu buttons, because we had to... I hate this foam. I'm gonna do an actual 3D print riser once the 3D printer comes. This is because there was a gap. I forget what it is. SEL 70 or something? And like Nutric port, extra buttons. Whole thing is kind of a fuck. I had to grind down this stick to make it fit. Which is why, if you look at this, there is a... As we were getting the height right, there's a very worn spot where you can see a lot of things where we're grinding. Hey, Sky. Yeah, I mean, so the LTT screwdrivers are fine. I don't watch LTT, and I knew I could get better for cheaper. So I got better for cheaper. I will say, the one part I don't like about this, and it's why I don't know where any of the bits are, it doesn't have a holder or anything. It's just one of those, you shove shit in it. I'm sorry for the camera. I can't. My main monitor is over there. And I cannot see it from where I'm sitting. So I'm looking at a little 144 feed. But yeah, so I don't love the little compartment. But yeah, and because it's manual lens and all that, but yeah. I'm thinking about the drive once the rig is done, and then I'm gonna work on my rig and maybe retroactively add some support for the OSC stuff. I'm excited. OSC is just... VR chat furries have done so much cool stuff with it. I'm excited to use the brainwave sensor to drive my avatar. I'm excited to use the Vive, it's a dumb Nikon lens. Well, it's a dumbly adapted Nikon lens. And so I'll be able to add better torso movement through the motion captures. I'll be able to do brainwave sensing. I'll be able to control the avatar using a MIDI controller. Because I don't know if you guys have seen what the prices for these keyboard macro pads with sliders and stuff are. But they're $150 to $200 for 5 or 6 sliders. It's I can get MIDI controllers, a Korg. The Korg Nano Controller 2 is $50-60. It has 8 of those and 8 rotary knobs. Why would you not just... Anyway. And there's a whole bunch of older equipment too. MIDI is just crazy, and the being able to, because they have MIDI to OSC bridges, well, if we add OSC support to VTube Studio, we'll be able to do a whole bunch of stuff. The non-alcoholic beer is tickling the part of my brain that wants a beer right now, without having to deal with alcohol, and it's making me happy. Korg DS controlled VTuber. I've never fucked with DS cartridges. That's out of my wheelhouse. Once you get past Game Boy Advance, it's a little... That's... My knowledge is Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And it's mostly Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. But yeah, so I was using these as spacers, these little fucking things, and I had electrical tape holding them in. I had super glued them at one point. That all needs to go. I got myself a new tool. Also, fun little fact. Lily fact, I don't own a power tool. Everything I own is a hand tool. Or something like a heat gun. Or a soldering iron. I don't own a single power tool. Yeah, which explains a lot of this stick. But I did. I finally... I got a new tool. And I'm excited about it. I haven't had a... I haven't had a hot glue gun. So now I can actually secure stuff in ways that don't suck. I mean, hot glue kind of sucks, but... It's better than tape and super glue that just breaks off and stuff. Yeah, 3 streams of drilling. Yeah. That's fine. All right. Also, it's hard for me to work because this camera is way too low. I need to raise it by 3 to 6 inches. I should probably just go to the nearby hardware center and get a few spare little just some scrap wood. See if they have any. But yes, this thing's a disaster. Let's fix the parts that don't work. 'Cause some parts don't work. I think I want to rewire these 3 wires. Actually, are these already hooked up to this thing? They are. Does that have R3 in it? Are there still wires floating around? There are still wires floating around. Like, what is this? I assume that's like L1 or L2. This one is just extra ground. I guess I have to do home start select for these. I mean, I don't have to, but realistically, I should. Like, eh. Alright, I'm not gonna fuck with the 20 pin. 20 pin works. This stuff all works. I know these work. I know I accidentally drilled a hole I wasn't supposed to. It's not super visible with the focus like this. Let me see if I can adjust it. Here we go. I drilled a little hole, if you see, and I did my best to like do a gap fill. That's not super noticeable. It's not actually super noticeable. I think I did a good job with that. So. Also, there's this thing. I need a 3D print something here. There's so much wrong with this controller. This is not a controller for looks. This is a controller for, here we go. This is a controller for modding. I mean, for playing. I will say, I kind of want to swap the white for green and orange, and also the yellow for green and orange. Thinking about it. Just a little bit obsessed with Zero Ranger. But for now, it's white. White's the parts that I have. So white's what we're working with. Alright, so this needs to get tightened. So I think these wires go to the front panel, which I think wasn't quite working right, so I'm going to guess I probably need to fix the wiring on those. That's my drill. No, I'm still playing against Hatsune Miku in Zero Ranger. That's tomorrow. Once I get this fixed. The reason why I'm working on this today is specifically because I want to play a bunch of shmups tomorrow, for the rest of the week. And next week. And forever. Honestly, I think I'm probably going to do a lot more shmup and arcade content. Just because it's good streams to talk during. Like... And I never, like, a lot of RPGs, just for me, streaming them is harder because of the grinding, which is kind of mind-numbing, and it makes having conversations harder. Like, the monotony of it. But shmups, like, I can play, it's engaging, it's fun for me. There are hundreds or thousands of them I want to try out. Like, I want to go through a lot of the NES and SNES stuff, because those kind of match what I want from a shmup more than, like, the modern score attack stuff. Like the cave style stuff. Which is cool. Don't get me wrong, I like cave games. I think they're really neat, they're just not what I want from a shmup. Is what I've learned. But yes, so this week is the spiritual successor to Castle Shikigami. Sisters Royale. And then some Zero Ranger, and then the panel. And maybe I'll throw in another stream if I'm like... feeling spicy. I thought these look like they should work. I'm just gonna assume they work, and then we're gonna test it. I think testing it's good. Everything else, all the wiring seems good. Let's install the LED monitor thing. So, I don't know how to install this. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Alright, hold on. I need to, like, look real close at stuff. One of these is gonna be labeled LED. Probably. Nothing's labeled LED. I can look at the schematics later. That's fine. We'll figure out the wiring later. For now, here's the little PCB. It has these little light pipes. And it has screw holes, but I don't have... Did it come with screws? It didn't come with screws. We don't have screws. That's fine. We'll glue it. Fuck it. Alright. So let's figure out where do I want to put these... the player LEDs. I did not eat them. Shut up, you guys. Here, underneath the... right above the Nutric would be ideal. Can I do that? Yeah. Kinda. Oh wait, actually, it would go... like this. Yeah. No, it's a little bit to the left, I think, of where I wanted, but... you can only do... Is glue a common alternative? I mean, I have hot glue. The nice thing about hot glue is you can remove it. Nothing's permanent. That's why I like it. And it just adheres well to plastic. So, and it stays in there, it flexes. That's the nice part, it's not brittle. Alright, so I guess we want this to be like right here. That's gonna be really, really hard to mark where to... Oh, is that why they gave me the second... Well, no, that's not probably not why. But I can use this second PCB as like a, as a little guide. That works for me. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, let's see. I want to get this in as far to the left as possible, so... to do that, I need to trim this support. I mean, I should honestly uninstall the Nutric, but I don't want to. Alright, I can't really film trimming this like piece of plastic that's like definitely structural and I should not be removing, but I'm going to remove anyway because I need to make room. That kind of describes a lot of this build, to be completely honest. What does so the PCB I'm installing is just player indicator LEDs. And the thing that makes that super, super useful is sometimes the Brooks board I have in this uses that to communicate what mode it's in. So it's a way for me to see what the board is doing without having to open shit up all the time. Okay, this is not the right tool. Hold on, let me go get some of my modeling tools. I'll be right back. Yeah, LEDs are just fun. Player LEDs are just nice. It's just a good little addition. I can make a cute little board. Alright, one of these, I think, has a longer... I have a bunch of modeling nippers, just everywhere. I think I might have a better one for this job somewhere upstairs. But I don't feel like going upstairs to try and find it. So let's see. Some of these are, you can see like this one. It's in a rough state because the dog ate the bottom parts of it. And it's all kind of bent. So I just use this for like bulk, it doesn't matter work. No, it's Chovek. This is okay because I have in this container alone I'm fine. And they're all slightly different too. Yeah, some of them are in really rough shape, but they still cut fine. So I used to do a lot of like scale modeling and stuff. Like that was my main hobby. Yeah, I'll use the curved one because I think that one's going to be. So I have more pliers. They're just elsewhere. I have several more. I have at least 2 or 3 more just around. I also have like a broken one of these, the like blue god hands because they're super fragile. If you get anything that's just not the type of polystyrene that it's expecting to cut, it can and will absolutely crack. So, or shatter, rather. It can't even handle transparent plastics. But I use it because the parts that it does cut, it cuts like butter. It's very, very sharp, but it's very, very brittle. Yeah, this works better. A little retro pie box. So most of the quote-unquote arcade games that I'm going to be playing are actually going to be on the PS1 and PS2. Or NES and SNES. So they're either going to just be from original hardware or probably like emulation for the NES and SNES. I don't feel like going down the original hardware rabbit hole for that one. And still, like, original hardware is fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. And having physical copies of game is really, really fun. And obviously, I would never play games that I do not physically own on this channel. However, playing from original hardware is not the greatest way to stream games. I do it because it's fun to me. But it's just like, I have an HDMI out Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy Advance with an SNES controller in. Is this how I would recommend that you play Game Boy Advance games if you were streaming them? Fuck no. I love this thing, but fuck no. You just run MGBA. It'll be a better experience for you. You're able to do like more color corrections, and it's better. Save states are nice. But yeah, I stream Game Boy, DS, 3DS, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, all of those. I stream all of those from original hardware, and my Switch, obviously. And soon GameCube and Wii. All of these games I stream from original hardware. Because I hate myself. All right, I need to get this thing out. It's too hard to work with. I need to unscrew this. It's too hard to work around. I mean, so here's the thing. I play actual cartridge games on my actual GBA with an HDMI out. The version I play, unfortunately, the maker passed out. Or, no, not passed out, passed away. That's very different. One significantly more tragic than the other. We miss him. Postman was the GOAT. But Zwenergy has the GBA HD version, and I think it uses an SP. I feel like I will probably build one in the future. But it's basically just an FGPA and a SP. It has USB-C power. It uses an SNES controller, because that's just a really good way of mimicking a GBA controller. And a lot of things support it. So yeah. So that's what I would recommend building. It has a version for the Wonder Swan too, which I want to build. I have Wonder Swans floating around literally for that project. I will be playing Wonder Swan games on here eventually. But these are future things. They will cost money. None of that shit's free. I have most of the components, I'm gonna be completely honest. Not actually that big a deal, but yeah, it's an open source project. I would look into it. I already have enough plans for when I get the 3D printer. I am, in the future, when I'm all unpacked and money's a little better, I'm gonna be doing rotocasting. It's a type of resin which creates hollow casting. I want to build a rotocaster with aluminum stock and 3D printed parts, and then I want to do casting in the backyard. I want to make my childhood friend, my childhood imaginary friend, which is a slime. And I want to have like a membrane on the outside like Reuniclus, because that's how I started drawing her in like middle or high school, I think. That was one of the big details I added, was like a cell membrane. So what am I going to use this for? So mostly shmups. This week I'm playing Zero Ranger and Sisters Royale. There's Fish Fear Me, which is kind of arcade style. I'll probably play with Loof Trousers, Downwell. But mostly shmups. I plan on going through NES, SNES, and PlayStation libraries, playing a bunch of that. And then there's this game, what is it, Hellsinker? That one of my mods keeps trying to get me to play. And like Blue Revolver and other stuff. I used to play a lot of fighting games, but I have a cheat box for that. Hold on, let me go get my cheat box. I love my cheat box. And I have a VLX somewhere, which, that's gonna be a long project. Yeah. This thing is awesome. I love this thing. It's the Panzer unibody, which I think they use for their 5 now. It also weighs like at least 5 pounds. It is all metal. So acoustically, it kind of sucks. Also, I need to talk to a keyboard nerd and figure out making it not do hollow ringing noises whenever I press buttons. I've tried with different dampening foams and all that, and I've had no luck. So, I own Hellsinker, I think. So thankfully, if the button swap working, that's an easy fix. That is, this arcade stick. This is not how you do anything. This is an abomination that I have built slightly as intentionally as an abomination. It's a bunch of parts that don't fit. That I made fit. It is my favorite way to play games, though. Like, my favorite way to play, yeah, really anything where you can use a joystick. Alright, there's a little bit of stuff on the base. I would use a file, but I don't know where one is. Or a chisel. Probably a chisel job. Probably not an X-Acto job. It's probably close enough. Yeah, I really like... So I have been into arcade sticks since 2012? I think is when I started really getting into them. I was on like the Sure You Can Tech Talk forums a lot back in the day. I tend to gravitate towards the hello Dable. I tend to gravitate towards like the really big, like I have the Hori VLX. If you look up the Hori VLX, it is a monster. It is enough of a monster that I don't actually want to go over to the side of the room and grab it and bring it over because it's so fucking big. Yeah, it's wide. It is basically a full arcade panel. I have one. I have Rice Knot art on it, which looks, it's so, well, I don't have it on it. I need to get it printed. Unfortunately, I think the person who was doing prints no longer does prints. I need to figure it out. And then Rice Knot doesn't do commissions. It is really cool that I was able to get that art. Also, Rice Knot's just a friend. He's a very good friend. So, what did I threaten with? Nothing. No, Rice doesn't do paid work. Rice is very, very adamant about this being a hobby. He used to do the commission grind, but he does not anymore. So sometimes he might work on an interesting project or whatever, but no. So the fact that I was able to get Rice art is insane, and I'm so happy with it. Yeah. And I'm so, I need to get the acrylic and stuff printed. All right, let's see. So that, yeah, that scribed a decent line. I'm okay with that. Now let's see. I'm gonna assume that's there. Alright, let's figure out what size to use for these holes. I have light pipes somewhere. But yeah, so the rice stick is specifically with the like arcade, the massage top one, the one that kind of looks like a sex toy. It's designed with that in mind, and I need to do a bunch of stuff to get that thing. I have a lot of plans for it, but it's gonna be a lot of wiring, a lot of new PCB. I like hitboxes, so I do like hitboxes. I had an OG hitbox actually. Like none of them none of those snack box stuff. Like, it was an actual hitbox branded hitbox. I quite liked it. This is 2.7. These kind of look like 3mm. Are these 3mm? Yeah, these holes are 3mm. I need to go find a 3mm drill bit. Fuck me. Whatever, that's fine. The actual holes in this, these are not 3mm, these are 2 point something. Probably, I imagine they're 2.5. No, 2.4 is too big. What about... I would probably use 2.1 fits through them. I'd probably use a 2mm. Let me go see if I can find my 2mm and 3mm drill bits. This is gonna be a little bit of a quest. I'll be back. This one, maybe? This one? I swear I had a box that was just like all my drill bits, and I cannot for the life of me find it. It's really annoying. I used to have everything all organized, then I kept moving. After enough moves, you just kind of stop caring about Do I know where every single one of my individual drill bits are? No, I don't. And that's okay. I live with this. But right now, I need to know where all my individual drill bits are. It's annoying that I don't know that. It could be upstairs in that one little bin. It probably is. Fuck me. Fine. Alright, I'm back. I use a pin vise. I'm back. Sorry. Okay. No, I use a pin vise. Alright, here's my little bin of incredibly valuable tools that I just have floating around for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Alright, this one is 3. That one is, I think that's a 1. Alright, I found the 3mm one. That's what we need in the end step. I need to go through this bin, especially. I need to go through a lot. But this one has so much really valuable things in it that are just kind of floating, and I'm hoping they don't, like, break. Oh, like, this chisel should not be in there. I thought everything was capped and prepped, but after the, like, 3rd move, nothing is. Also, there's like a box floating around somewhere that just has a bunch of little drill bits sitting there that I need to find. It's all frustrating. I should probably these really nice chisels I should get out of there. Yeah, like, some of these tools are, like, way too valuable to just be floating around here loose. Uncapped. Oh, God. Thankfully, all the blades are still good. Like, all the chisels. But it's definitely one of those... Ugh. Oh, there's the idea I lost. I'm not showing that on stream, but... I also lost it a while ago. These... bunch of, like, chamfer tools, and, well, I don't know where this blade went. That's worrying. Did this one break off? No, that doesn't look like a stress break. Thank God. Maybe? No, that didn't break off. More chisels! I mean, more little nippers. Well, I need to go through this later. There's a lot of really important shit in here that should not be floating around. I literally just need to go through my modeling tools. But I cannot find a 2mm bit. I know where it probably... it's probably in that one... Alright, which one is this? 2.9. That's not what I need. I could use the 2.1. I'm worried that it's gonna scrape, is the issue. If I use the 2.1. Yeah, I'm making new holes. Oh wait, hold on, what is this? This looks like 2mm. Perfect. I think I found it. I had to guess this is 2mm. Alright, well, I need to go through these later. That's where that chisel went. I mean, not that chisel, that's where that file went. I have a lot of really good tools in here. I feel so bad that so much stuff just got thrown into places because of all the moving. Because a lot of these are like... When I lived with my aunt in Texas years ago, like decades ago, some of these tools are from. And then like the marriage and the divorce, and we lived in like my ex-husband and I lived in 3 houses, and like, so like a lot of this is like very... Alright. Well, we'll figure out that stuff later. Put these here. Okay, let me see. This looks like 2mm. Does this fit freely? Yep. Okay. 2mm bit it is. I mean, this really wants 3mm bits, to be quite honest. That's why all the God Hand tools use 3mm bits, but 2mm bit is fine. Let us just put this here as intended. Oh wait, I already have this tape that I can just steal just to keep it more or less secure. That's more or less secure. That's more or less where it was. That's good enough for me. Just gonna press this up against this and then drill these holes. Am I defusing a bomb? I feel like bombs are neater than this, I'm gonna be honest. This is a nightmare of an arcade stick involving a lot of parts that are way too big for this specific model of arcade stick, which is notable for being one of the smallest arcade sticks to work in. Beyond like a snack box or whatever, but those don't count. So. Oh, this needs to get tightened. Yeah, this is the Namco that had yellow buttons. Yep, yep. I have one. I can go grab it. Yeah, I'd have to get up. I was just exploring the basement to try and find parts. Don't feel like getting up. But yes, it is a modified Namco. Yeah, using a 2.1 would have been bad. Here. This is not built for this size. Do I have a smaller pin vise somewhere? Like, I'm pretty sure these are the Tamiya pin vise, because that one goes... that one's built for, like... It doesn't have the standardized everything's 3 that this one does. Sorry, I just need to take this out just to make sure this is all going correctly. No, none of this has been going correctly. This has all been going terribly, actually. Looking at the other side. I have been wondering if I should get more BGM. I'm not sure. I am not sure. It's always the same one, but it's a good BGM. It's a good BGM. I like this BGM. Okay, yeah, I need to do this at like a very specific angle. That's kind of hard to record. Oh, this is so annoying. I did have a separate BGM. I have a couple BGMs on this machine. Just didn't have any of them set up in OBS currently when I like redid a bunch of my OBS stuff. Okay, there's one. There's two. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically just punching them out. And all of the lining up and all of that I think is probably for naught, because it keeps moving slightly, because I did not secure it well enough, and everything is fucked. It'll be okay, I think, hopefully. Now, worst case scenario, I 3D print some sort of bezel. I mean, I think that's the plan, honestly. That seems like the best approach, is 3D print something later. Okay. Alright, one last hole, and then I just expand all these holes. Ah, God. Sorry. And then I can put stuff back on screen, because I'm not doing this at weird angles. Why am I getting all these pings? Oh, it's Mecha Break Creator Discord. That's why. I don't know if I want to play more Mecha Break. I've been debating it. Maybe? The last beta was a little rough. I did not like a lot about it. The PvPvE thing was not what I was hoping it would be. Kind of devolved into people just... The new changes okay, I haven't really been paying attention to what the newest changes were. And I remember also the monetization, like, getting and unlocking new robots was so rough. I was not enjoying that part. Like, it was, you had to figure out what robot you wanted to play, basically, to start with. Oh, you get 12 of 15 for free. Well, fuck, that's great. Never mind, that's awesome. Maybe I will go back and play it. You know what? If you think about it, you really think about it, an X-Acto knife is basically a drill. Alright, which one is this? This one is 1.7. That should be fine. This hole is just a little tighter. There we go. Okay. I mean, this is my small drill. It is a very tiny drill. Okay, that ended up ugly on the front. But that's a start. I think this one... Oh yeah, this is a tool. This one's made for metal, actually. I think. But we can just briefly move over and just clean those off. Alright, 3mm. I think we do the 3mm drill on all of those, and that should be good. So I really liked the base gun and mobility on that one Nakajima or something, the stealth one that everyone hated because it was really good. But like, I didn't use any of the stealth and sniping parts. I just liked how the regular gun felt. So if I could just, yeah, Narukami, yeah, that one. Nakajima has been in another, there's a melee stealth. So I don't mind the stealth part. That's not what I loved. I just loved its long range basic gun without even the sniping mode. You guys cannot see this. Shit. Well, there's not really a good way to show it. This is good. There is a new striker that's long range support. I might like that. Yeah, I liked how the Narukami... There are so many mecha games. We're talking about Mecha Break right now. Nakajima's... Oh, who is... Nakajima's a really good mecha artist. That's why I was getting confused. If I'm remembering the right person. Or not a mecha... Yeah, not a art... modeler. Okay, that looks pretty clean. You know what? Those 4 for player indicators? That's not terrible. I don't hate that. I kind of wish it was lower and closer like some of the other stuff, but whatever. We can put P1, P2, P3, P4 on there. We'll make a little bezel, I think. Okay, cool. Now then, let's grab the actual thing. So you put the light pipes on. They just slot in here? Yeah, they do. Yeah, not bezel. What is it? Bevel? Maybe a bevel. No, is it a bezel or a bevel? Which one's the thing that surrounds something? Is that a bezel or a bevel? That's a bezel. Yeah, bezel. Make like a little bezel for it later. That I can put like the P1, P2, P3, P4 thing on whenever the printer arrives. I think that'll look good. Why is this one twice the size of the other ones? Oh, okay, there are other short ones. There we go. So those are if it's going through a lot of stuff. It's not in this case. If anything, these are still going to be a little long. That's why we have the bezel. Okay. All right. Was that... it was... They need to be a little bit bigger holes. Damn it. I was like, this is so clean. And we are just fucking whitening it with an X-Acto knife. Which is the best way to expand a hole, honestly. Good morning, Moon. Why are you up so late? Like, why'd you... You should have been awake a long time ago. Yeah, the best way to expand a hole is with a knife. I might have expanded these too much. That's whatever. The bezel. That's what the bezel's for. It'll fix all issues. I will just keep saying that. Oops, this one broke a little. I do have a hot glue gun. I have a shocking number of sharp objects. I have even more I didn't show. But it turns out when you're working with plastic, you have a lot of sharp objects. And I do have a hot glue gun on hand. Do not worry. Cool. All right, all the light pipes came out. That's pretty perfect, honestly. Like, I do want to add something around here. Like with the, you know, what player it is and all of that, but I like that. That worked out well. All right. It is probably time for... I need to put something here so it doesn't fall. Game Boy? No. Yeah. I spilled some beer. All right. We have probably hit that part of the stream where I start using the hot glue to secure the little PCB. Because that's in now. And to secure all of these little spacers. Don't burn yourself, please. I have bad news about literally every time I've used a hot glue gun in my life. I can't tell if this is set to high or low. I think that's high. Well, if you know, why are you asking me not to do something that you know is impossible? Alright, we'll just let that heat up. We'll secure that there. This is fine. I know it's important to have hope, but some things are just impossible. And then I'll just finger tighten all these spacers. I'm not checking its temperature with a finger. You guys should have a little bit more faith in me. I did check with the finger if it was on, though. It is on. That was a little hot. I'm gonna adjust this so it's just a little bit more... There we go. I didn't like the weird perspective stuff I was doing. Finger tighten all of these. And then we can just glue all of these on. And secure that one. And then I just need to figure out where that plugs in. Okay, I think that's probably enough to go. Is it flowing? Not really. Kind of, a little bit. We're just going to wait still a little bit. It's all stringy. Gross. And then I need to go find the, what's it called? Oh, after I get all this working, yeah, well, the problem is there's a bunch of square holes on here. I need to find the actual cord so that we can test it and make sure it all works fine. Okay. I had my headphones off. I was wondering why everything sounded weird. Sequera. Also, everything goes in the... Yeah. Alright. I mean, I could move over to my regular... I could just look it up on here. I won't be able to see chat for a second. That's fine. Arcade, Shock, Fusion... This one? No. We want... No, not that one. The Ultimate Plus with Retro. Okay, I want the pinout. Upgrade connector. Which one is that? Oh, that's Stick Mac bang 20 pin. RGB LED. Alright, the one that does that is the... I'll get everything glued first. Alright, we're just gonna put that, like, on this side. Hopefully that works. That might not be working. I don't use a hot glue gun ever. I just want to keep it relatively stable? Is this working? Maybe this is working. Oh yeah, it's starting to work. Now, it doesn't need to be super glued in there or anything. It just needs to be a little bit in there. Ow. Oops. I didn't until then. It feels like it's almost too hot. It's too liquidy. It's making it hard. It's just dripping too quickly. Ow, 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 ow. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Alright, let's hope some of these hold. I'm not super hopeful. I don't think this is going very well. What do you mean verify it's me? YouTube! What do you mean? I've been on this page the entire time! YouTube! Fuck off. I don't feel like... No, I'm not doing verification stuff live. Here, I'll just pause the video so then I can look at chat. Wow. Fucking, I do not understand hot glue. I'm going to be honest, this is just not a tool I work with. Oh god, that got everywhere. Fuck. Well, yeah, whatever. As long as this shit holds, I'm happy. I'm so tired of having to, like, get all of these things to, like, work every fucking time I open it. Okay, they all seem to be holding, except for this one. Which makes sense, that was the first one I did. Here. Also, cooled it down a little bit so that it's less liquidy. Okay, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, okay. There's glue everywhere, and I hate it, but it seems to be working, so... Not on that one. Nah, I just turned off the glue gun here. Still hot. That's way too much. I don't know why my response to that's way too much is to add more. Huh. Anyway. We're fine. We're just gonna let all of that go. This stuff... Let's see, which one is it? Flare LED is... this one. So, right there. I don't know if this is even possible. With how I have this set in here, but it's not like there was a lot of space. Oh god. I'm sorry, Brooksboard. The torture will be over soon. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that kind of works. Can I throw in some more tangled wire? And I literally no. I don't think anything will fit. No, I don't think we can fit anything more. I still have like a lot. I still need to get all these wires crammed back in here, and then I need to test whether or not it even works. You know what? We can just test it before like actually fully sealing it. That's probably the smart way to go. I think this goes like this. Yeah. Why is that all tangled? Why is there so much tension on this cable? Ah, fuck. Alright, where is the... That came out. Oh, there it is. Did I lose screws? Oh, I have this all set up, so I'm not gonna lose any screws, I fucking say, before losing multiple screws. And I think they're even black. It's gonna be, like, impossible to find. Fuck me. Whatever. No, I'm missing another part. There we go. And I think that has the screws in them? No, it doesn't have the screws in it. Okay. Okay, we need to now find black screws on a dark carpet. Be on the desk. They could be on the desk. There's enough shit on this desk that it's very possible. They're not on the desk. They're around here. Phone camera. Phone flashlight. Probably our best bet. If I can't find them, then I don't know. I genuinely don't know if I can't find them. I will be kind of bummed. I mean, we might have other screws that would fit. Not sure. Seriously, they're like, I think they're like big black screws. That's why we can't find them, because they're black screws. Ah! I could substitute other screws. I literally have no idea. Yeah, no, I'm using the phone flashlight and try and find them. It's just not working. Yep, those screws are lost. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna assume they're... What? This is JP. Assume it's some sort of metric. You know, oh wait, I can just look up metric screws. Metric screws. $3 millimeter? I think 3 millimeter? found a bunch of screws. We'll see if anything fits. Who knows? Who knows if anything will work? I sure as hell don't. I'm hoping these machine screws work. Because aesthetically, they're the best looking ones. Oh wait, hold on. I found a screw. On the table. I imagine the other one's buried somewhere on the table. That was also way where I would not have expected it to be, but... Okay. That's one. Ah, fuck. I assembled this incorrectly. Oops, the weird little rubber bevel is supposed to go like this, this, this. Alright. Okay, here we go. That's one. And then... found the other one. Okay, I found the screws. I found the screws. I found the screws. I finally found the screws. Thank God. Where are my headphones? All right. Now I can get this screwed in. Yes, hi Gribby. Yeah? Is that still a baby? I see. Alright. That's assembled horribly, actually. Now that I can look at this. Doing things so that you guys can see it does not work well. Because of how this camera is set up. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's in. That's in. Everything is wired and glued. The only thing left... Or am I saying it was assembled well before? Yeah, shut up. The only thing left to do is, I guess, test it and then shove it all back in and hope it works. Alright, let me go find the cord. This cord. That's the internet. Okay. Now then, let us... I need to pull up a tester. Arcade stick tester? Do those exist? Sure. Whatever, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. We're just gonna move everything metal out from beneath it. No, that's not how I meant to move it. I meant to do this. Yeah, I think that's right. Wait, whatever. I give up. Good enough. Good enough for me. Okay, okay. Okay. So it's lighting up. X circle. Triangle. I don't know why that's registering as that. It's weird, but okay. None of that's registering. None of that's registering. This is... This... Huh, I don't like any of this. Xbox... Not seeing that those show up. Yeah, that's the one. We want to use that. Press any key. It's not... Okay, whatever. How do we... Set up USB controllers. Okay, here I can test. So, start, select. Okay, that works fine. Okay, those all work fine. Why does this trigger Y rotation? Weird. I don't know what it's doing there. And none of these buttons are working. Alright. Let's unplug it. If I unplug those buttons, will the front panel start working? I think that's a good experiment. Alright, we're gonna plug it in again. See if those buttons work again. Okay, retry. It is not registering any of that panel anymore. That's not good. It was registering them. Okay. I thought that all of this was working fine. It's something... None of the front panel's working anymore, and I don't know why. This is annoying. Because these buttons are important. Alright. Let's look that up. Brooks. What is this? Brook plus... Infinite word plus red bell. Alright, let's look up a manual. Like, they only fucking... I don't see a... I don't see anything on the website, which is not filling me with confidence. Multimeter, hold on, I'll just... They're wires. I can do this. Alright, hardest part of using multimeter is I don't know where my multimeter is. Fuck. I thought I saw it. Oh, there it is. Also, I'm sorry for the bubble wrap every time I go walk. Okay. Multimeter. Continuity. Alright. When in doubt. Yeah, okay. These are just covered in dust, so they're not working super well, but okay. There we go. Now they're working. Okay. I think the way to do this would be... if... ground is one side. And we can test ground by any any of these jumpers should be fine. Okay. So ground is working there. Which one is ground? not that one. Not that one. Oh, this one should be ground. And let's just make sure. Yeah, that's all hooked up. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll... You know what? I'm gonna unscrew this. I'm gonna unscrew the big panel. Because if everything is causing issues, let's just look at it. We can make sure everything is good. So ground should be... Five? Yeah, ground is 5. Oh yeah, we need to rewire. What's this panel do? So this is the front panel. So I am using this just to figure out where each thing I need is. Hi, Bon. Because we have all these wires, and we do not know if they are hooked up correctly. In fact, they seem to not be. So we know ground. I think ground is 5. Right. It doesn't have a good way for me to check. I'm gonna assume ground is... Yeah, that's the ground plane. So we're going to hook up the ground plane to this bottom one. That's correct. Then... Alright. For these, one of these is start. Which one of these is start? What does it say? Start ground. So it goes ground, blah blah blah. So this is ground. This one is 4 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick, 1 kick, ground, and then this one is 4 punch. So that's L1. 4 punch, 3 punch, 2 punch, 1 punch, that. So this purple one should be whichever one is start. Yes, okay. So red is start. And then... No, blue is start. Right? Let me count. That's... punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a... Okay, no, there's no ground there. So it goes start and then select. So blue is start, which is the... Not that. 4 punch is... Is it 4 kick or 4 punch? 4 kick. So 4 kick would be L2. which is, yeah. L2 is the one right there. Sorry, okay. So, this harness should be, those two should be correct. 3-punch is, I think, here. Right. L1. Yeah, and then start should be blue. And select should be purple. Yes, okay, this should work. Here, this little harness should be wired correctly. I'm going to really quickly just test with a multimeter all of these little guys. So is white. No. Okay, gray and red are... So red is start home. We'll do select that. I think red is start, right? Red. That's select. Huh. Not this one. Neither of them are... They're both saying they're select. Alright, let's just make sure really, really quick that these two are not in continuity. They aren't. That says it's select. And... that says it's select. Why are they both saying they're select? Okay. I'm actually losing it a little bit. Yeah, this is weird. There could be a bridge in this. Not impossible. Like, this part of the equation could just not be working right. Alright, well, I have it wired correctly. Assuming it's wired correctly. I mean, it should be wired correctly. Okay. Select. Start select a... I think that goes there. There's also a very fun thing where it's registering certain things that shouldn't, like... I have it wired correctly, assuming it's wired correctly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the PCB is wrong, then I don't know what to do. It's definitely out of warranty. This is one of those things that's like... fucking knows? Alright, is that which one is select? Oh, no, I have that flipped. Okay. That makes more sense. Like, if the PCB that I'm relying on for the arcade stick has, like, a bridge somewhere, I don't physically know how I fix that. I have a idea, but I don't want to do it. How about that? No, the stick isn't under warranty. The stick is from 1997. The PCB is not. The PCB is from, like, last year. Yeah, the PCB might be wrong. There's a non-zero chance the PCB is wrong. It wouldn't have been the first time. I mean, well, I haven't done anything dumb yet with this. This is just the harness that I know worked on the previous revision of this PCB. I'm just using one with a bunch of extra features and stuff, because I want to use the extra features. Okay. Now let's go and test. What is it, baby? None of these are working. This is annoying. No, oh, it's the wrong one. Is this the right one? This one, maybe? Okay. Okay. Start, select. Okay, I finally got those working. L1 and R. This, L1's not working. Ribbo, what are you doing over there? Alright, let's see what could be causing that. L1 is... then we'll just take out the orange one and then reinsert it. Hi, Gribbo. Hi, Grub. Oh, you guys can't see her, but she is here. Being a menace. Like she always is. Alright, let's look at this. Alright. Let's just... let's re-strip this. Now, which one is that? 4, 3, 2, 1, ground, 1. There we go. Pretty sure. Hey, get off of there. Get off of there, hun. That poor laptop. Cannot see you guys anymore. Is she... Alright, I need to put this on my lap again. Not time for the stick. Four, 3, 2, 1, ground. Here we go. This one. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's try plugging that again. What PCB am I using? I am using a Brooks Ultimate Board Plus Retro. So it's a which is basically it's just all the modern consoles and all the retro consoles. Except it needs an expansion for Neo Geo that I don't know where that is, but I don't have a Neo Geo, so that's okay. I do not mind not having Neo Geo support. He'll get it eventually. Alright, where is the right plug for this shit? Oh, there it is. None of this is supposed to go in a Namco stick. There's a reason why people don't mod these. Beyond the fact that, like, they're perfectly good sticks in their own right, there's no need to mod them. They also suck to mod. This is hell. Ugh. If the play experience wasn't so good, I would not be using this fucker. But the play experience is really good. Okay. Now let's retry that. We do think, well, I didn't think that any of this would be easy. What do you mean all of this stopped working? The fuck do you mean? It was working just before. How did everything break? I was working for like a minute. Retry. Ah, okay. I'm losing it. I don't know why it shorts. Oh, now it's working. Maybe the wires were just strained or something. I don't know. It works now. So that one's start. So if we do some live wiring. Should I should probably turn it off before I start wiring it. Alright, I could just look at the 20 pin. Arcade chalk, 20 pin. They have home is gray. Start is white and select is red. Yes. Order's different. I'm just doing home start select because that's just what I visually think of. Which doesn't match what it is on the stick, but I'm not making this for other people. I'm making this for me. These are just the buttons in the back. They are not anything important. They are just extra big start select home stuff. Okay. Let's do one more test, and then we will reassemble her, and then see if she still works. And then I'm going to try a few different console modes. It's the whole reason why we have this PCB in. Okay. In there. Retry. Let me just press some buttons. Let's start, that select, L1, R2. 1, 2. Let's see. Let me triple, quadruple check that the... Yeah, let's... Stop. Okay. All of this seems good. It's just... Let's look at that picture again. 1K is orange. Let's just make sure the orange one is on X. Okay, thank God. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Everything should be working. I mean, the real test of this will be plugging it into a PlayStation and making sure it does everything correctly, but I don't feel like getting my PlayStation and the capture card and everything that I need. Yeah, I don't feel like plugging that in. Alright. Well, it mostly works. So, now's the time where I go through and tape down a bunch of wires so that we stop having problems with all the wiring. I think that's a good idea to do. And then I need to find a good resource for like what color different things will light up. Because yay, there's no manual of this online. I mean, there probably is, they're just the Brooks site wouldn't load for me. I think it's down. And that's like, yay, I rely on you guys for your manuals. So I don't really know what to do. Hi, Gribby. Yeah? Yeah? This bullshit... there's no good way to do any of... Fuck me. Maybe if we go through the side... something's absolutely gonna break for this. I just know it. And then I'll just have to... But assuming yes, it might work. Everything might be good. That should okay. All right, let's unscrew all these little. Let's unscrew the screws. And hope the hot glued spacers stay. It's not perfect, but it's better than it. Wow, this one sucks. Fuck. I was hopeful. It like kind of is there. No. Oh, yeah, because a lot of the hot glue. God damn it. I'll need to... Ow! 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 Grib! Why the fuck did you do that? Sorry, she just full claw into my pants. Just my leg is like bleeding now. Alright, well, this one is secure. This one's secure. This one's loose. This one I need to glue. This one I need to redo. This one's fine. Okay. Well, let's do some more gluing, and then I think we're good. A bit more gluing, then I reassemble, then we test again. And everything is good until I open up a retro console and boot into it, and it tells me, no, everything's wrong. Ribbo, what? Hi. Hey, stop clawing on my laptop. Here, sit in my lap, hun. Don't sit on there. Hun, I need that to look at chat. Stop sitting on the laptop keyboard. You have a chair. Sit in your chair. Yes, you like your chair. You have a dedicated cat chair. Why did you leave your cat chair? You just got in it and you were all happy about it, and now you've left. Let's see if the Brooks website loads. Let's see if I can find the manual for this, because I want to see and make sure that the LED indicators all work for the right controllers and the right modes. Like, I want to see if I can launch it in Brick Ultimate or Best Brick. I found the first. Oh, there's the user manual. So 360 is 3 punch. And that should show the first two. Okay. No, I'm not letting her help. She's not trying to help. She's just trying to be a terror. Can't even see you guys anymore because she fucked it all up. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it shouldn't be popping up on my chat. It maybe is. Maybe I didn't turn it off well enough. I mean, it's gonna pop up on your end, but it shouldn't pop up on stream, at least. I can't see it. I have that stuff disabled. Okay. That one is all globby. Which hopefully should keep it nice, and I'm gonna add some more there. Totally globular. Okay, that one needs a bunch right here. That looks horrific. So you can turn it off because it's actually in privacy settings, I think. Okay. I will need to be back in here. There is no way in hell I don't need to go back in here. I know myself. I know I will be opening this thing up again. So I have to see it. You guys don't have to deal with it, but I do. Oh, and I hate this thing. If it didn't work so fucking well, like that's the I mean, work. If it didn't feel so good, like if it didn't play so well, I would not be dealing with this bullshit. But it does. It really, really does. It's anyway. But yeah. I'm thinking about definitely in the future switching it all to instead of the white. Here, let me try and force it close off camera because this is fiddly. But yeah, I'm thinking instead of white, it might be fun to do green and orange, the Zero Ranger colors. It would be neon orange and then probably regular green. And I actually have somewhere around here a green version of the LEDs I installed today. Like the ones I have are yellow right now, but they don't match the other yellows anyway. But I do have somewhere floating around some green ones, and I was like, oh, hold on. I could make a Zero Ranger build. I could do neon green and neon orange, but like the Zero Ranger green is not actually that bright. The orange is. The orange is relatively bright, but the it's actually kind of a darker shade of green in Zero Ranger. So it would probably be standard green and then the their special neon orange color. So I'd use neon orange would have to be the stick top probably. The Nobi bullet would probably have to be neon orange. So then maybe 4 of the buttons would be green, and then 2 would be orange. I don't quite know how to do it. I don't quite know how to do it. Alright. 2 more screws to go, and then we'll see if this works. Nothing's getting stuck. Everything seems fine. I mean, I could do neon green and neon orange. It would be very bright. It'd be kind of fun. I don't know. It's not like their normal green isn't bright anyway, though. Like a pretty saturated green. The Famitsu green. How did I lose the screw? Is it this one? No, it's this one. Yeah. Speaking of Astro City, that's kind of what I would be using as the inspiration for it. Because Astro City is usually pink and green, and instead of pink and green, I'm just gonna do orange and green, and I think that'll look good. I don't know if this one went in right. I don't think it did. This one screw. But yeah, if you should look up Astro City cabinets, chat. The Astro City is like peak arcade aesthetics. Okay. All right. She's assembled. She's worse for wear, for sure. She does have new little LEDs. Which aren't level? I don't love that. Whatever, it's... I know why they aren't. It's because the PCB is being pressed upwards from the connector. But alright, let's make sure everything still works. Let's plug it in. Alright. Honestly, these are kind of orangey. Like, this would just work for orange. It looks good. Alright. Let's load the test suite. Alright. Okay. Now, these aren't super consistent, and that bugs me a little, but they do work. Okay, everything works. Everything works. You can see the little LEDs. Yeah. I won't need to open her up until I swap out the buttons. As soon as I swap out the buttons, I'll need to open her up. Let me look up. Oh, is it Astro City? So it's always green or pink is the thing about Astro City, and I would like to do a green and pink. Like a single thing with both. And I don't know how... this is a Sega Virtua Stick. Uses green. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, so basically, so this will have to be orange because I don't have a green option. I have neon green, but it's not the right color. So I'm unsure if this is orange. Do I make these orange and these two green? Or do I make these green and these two orange? Or do I make this orange and all of these green? Or do I do orange, green, and then orange and black? The black bumpers, I think I'm going to leave black, because I think having black here, black there, that all works. So these LEDs come out kind of yellowish just on the camera, but they are pretty orangey. R1, oh, the R1, these two. Yeah, so generally when we do arcade, when we do different colors, these four are usually going to be the same color, and then these two would be separate for a 6-button layout. Because these are used like in Neo Geo and stuff. And they are the ones that your hands lay on. So they're the main ones. Yeah, controllers work though. So this is all good. All right. Yeah, as she works, she's very beat up and has seen better days, but yeah, I could I don't know. Things to think about. I could also do like a lily colored thing. We could like do red and blue. Yeah. Basically, I think aesthetically, there's a lot of room for improvement here. I could also make all these yellow again. And wait for them to release a yellow version. Yeah, the other stick is kind of lily colored. With the it's blue and white buttons. See you, JB Hut. Yeah, but like it already has these the logos and stuff, so I think just with this is fine. It was kind of my thought. It's thundering upstairs. I can hear it. That's extremely loud. Hi, Gribby. I'm pretty happy with this, though. I really like this part. Yeah, like, the color would be nice. The white's good. I would almost say the way I would do it would be like blue for these, maybe, and then red rims for the Seimitsu buttons, but with white plungers. Could be good. It would kind of be mimicking the hair scarf. This could be blue. That could be interesting. This blue, these with the red, plungers. Yeah, there's the problem is I like the shape of the thing a lot. Sorry, I know my face looks weird. It's because I'm like currently looking at another screen. Nobi, there's just not a lot of Nobi bullet colors. There is blue, and it is a very nice blue actually. It is a very good blue. Yeah, that is true. The red and white thing might not be as present on the 1.5, but I still like it. I still like the red trim. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, this color will actually work really well with it. The red here, and maybe I do blue rims here? Might be good? Like red rims here, and then blue rims here, but keep the white plungers, and then keep this white? That... I don't hate that, because there's a lot of white on the stick, so it goes well together, but it would add a nice splash of color. I like that idea, kind of. I've tried taking photos and coloring in Photoshop. I'm just bad with that. If someone wants to take a... Here, let me unplug her. If someone wants to take a picture of this and do different edits, then they can go for it. I've always had trouble with it. I don't know why, like basic photo editing stuff in Photoshop just like escapes me. Which is weird because I use Photoshop extensively and I have for years, but just like, I'm going to recolor a thing for some reason, like, is like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with it. It works. I mean, it works. That's the main thing. It works. Nothing's getting stuck. We didn't make it any uglier. We added LEDs, which is like really good for me for the... Are these slightly crooked? Is it slightly crooked? God damn it. Ah, whatever. Fuck it. It's... Whatever. This stick is made with love. We might want to use the longer ones, actually, if we do add the little bevel. I'll add the bevel for the P1, P2, P3, P4 thing later. I mean, I could like etch those in. I think just 3D printing something. No, I think etching actually. Writing the P1, P2, P3, P4 beneath it like might, like with a template and like a scribing tool. Etch, not edge. Etch. Oh, that's not terrible. Like what would it be? Like E4? Oh, that's not even visible. I can just try and figure out what font they use elsewhere. And then you can usually find, like, templates, like, metal etched templates for etching. And I would just scribe it in. That could work. Or I can just ignore it and just leave it as is, because it looks fine. Honestly, it looks fine as is. I'm not actually that worried. I don't want these to go down more and these to get out more, but yeah, it looks fine. I don't think it needs that. I think she's pretty... I want to add some color. You guys are right about that. It needs color. I think the red and the blue... Maybe even not the blue. Well, I'll just see just how it looks with just the red. I think that would look good. I think that's a good idea. I wish they had the dark blue. Does Submitsu have dark blue buttons? Let's see, just their regular buttons. Not their mechanical ones. I do like their mechanical ones. No, they don't. I think that's like a Sanwa thing. Ugh. Yeah, that's a Sanwa thing. Here's like I can post in the Discord what the button color options are. No, not pink. Never mind, that's not what I wanted to post. Oops. Here, I could just like, this has all the colors. I posted it in general, in the Discord. Like, that's a very lily blue, which is fun. The red is not quite lily colored, but the blue is very lily, which I really like. Meanwhile, Sanwa has all sorts of button colors, but I do like Sanwa buttons. They're fine. They're just not for shmups, not for any arcade games that I'm playing. But it sucks because Sanwa has 3 different colors of blue. They have purple blue, they have regular blue, and they have a dark, like a navy blue. No, coloring push buttons is a nightmare. They also don't die well. Unfortunately. Yeah, instead of the red, I could add the blue around the plungers. That Did stream go down? Because we lost power for a second there. No? Okay. Well, I'm calling this done because... Yeah, that's getting really nearby. I need to actually shut off my computer and unplug everything. And my camera and stuff, because I'm not fucking with that. This is a 100-something-year-old house. I mean, it's probably fine. I have a really good surge protector and stuff. Well, not on the one my camera's plugged into. Anyway, Zero Ranger tomorrow. Sisters Royale on Friday. And then Saturday will be a presentation. If I really want to play more shmups, I can throw something in another day. I did not figure out what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I was gonna do a dono subathon, but I would need to figure out a dono subathon. I don't know. I might ask. I could just have a chill stream. I want to do a donathon eventually, but I feel like rushing to figure that all out within a week is not a good idea. I could do a chill stream. I could play Signalist. That would not be a chill stream, but it would be fun. Or we could just play Minecraft or something. I might just play Minecraft. I'll bug Ricenat about seeing if we can get the new server. My July 11th. It's a Friday. I will probably be streaming basically all day. But with a break for dinner, because I will want to go get dinner on my birthday. I should check the new Minecraft amount. They're adding copper, guys. So the thing about Minecraft that like is annoying is all the I don't need many mods, I will say. But friends want mods on server. So, although I think if we do another I think if we do it next time, it's gonna be pretty vanilla style. It'd be like, it'd be what? What's it called? Gravestone mod? Some sort of inventory, backpack mod, maybe a storage mod. Like, and some world gen mods. That might be it. There's not a lot that's compatible with 0.6 right now. But it turns out I personally am more interested in having like the happy gas and all of that than I am in mods, so every time we go deep in on a mod, the mods kind of suck. I'm gonna be honest, like, I've not had a Minecraft experience that has been made better by having mods in it. Oh, don't worry, we found a 1.21.6 slime boot mod. We found one that's compatible. It's just a data pack. Well, I mean, I personally, like, I think the most fun I had with mods was the planes. I think those were just kind of fun, but they also always broke the server when we started using them. Didn't you crash a lot? Yeah, it was still fun. You know what, Chovek? You can force me to play literally whatever Minecraft mod pack you want. Sure. I will go down the mod pack rabbit hole with you. You can get me to join those crazy modded servers if you want me to. That's fucking... Did you know they have pay-to-play Minecraft servers? Like, or free-to-play, like with... Not pay-to-play, but like, did you know they had like gacha and microtransactions in Minecraft servers? I didn't. Hi, dummy. Finding that all out was like terrifying. Like, what do you mean there's a Minecraft industry? Stream's been good. There are a lot of setbacks. Oh my god, that's really loud thunder. I actually don't know how long I can safely stream. Like, I think my computer's fine. It's the camera I'm worried about. Yeah, like all the Minecraft stuff. You know what I've been kind of curious about doing? So when I was younger, I did a lot of exploring in Second Life. I would go to a lot of dead or mostly empty sims, like worlds basically, and I would just kind of explore. And I mean, I did that even on active ones. I found a lot of places I shouldn't have been. And yeah, it's fun. It's kind of, it's also easy to get yourself like stuck into like the Second Life back rooms. And in a sim, like you'll see something like out of view and you'll be like, well, I can't walk there. How do I get there? You right click and you do sit on, and half the time that works. And then you like discover the developer's test area and stuff. It's genuinely a lot of fun. I love doing this. Anyway, but even just like exploring all these worlds was really fun. I would love doing that either in VR chat or Roblox. Not that I am a... So I've used VR chat very, very rarely. I really need a avatar too one day, but in Second Life, it was really, really easy to kit bash. In VR chat, you have to fucking open up a 3D art program and also Unity in order to kit bash, and it's like... It's just not as... I love kit bashing though. It's just like... yeah, I know it used to be much worse. Believe me, they got it pretty optimized. Do I still make Homu set up avatars for me? Yes. But I don't need to. Anyway. Yeah, so I've been tempted about VR chat. And it also, maybe I'll do that if I stream on the other play. I don't even know. Probably not, actually. Yeah, probably not. That just seems like a lot. But I might do exploration streams on there. Because I do like exploring that kind of world. But yeah, no, so... I'll figure out VR chat and stuff later. After 1.5 is out, Lily 1.5, I will start maybe trying to figure out more 3D stuff. Lily 2.0 would go awesome in 3D. Like, she's kind of designed for it. So this outfit is meant to be like model kit inspired. It's meant to be very physical. The 1.5 revision is literally based on model kits, including ones that I personally own. So it's meant to be, I can build this version of Lily in real life. Like, sewing the outfit will be hard, sure. But like mostly the biggest difficulty will be sculpting the hair. And that's just because I don't know sculpting. I mean, I could model the hair too. Just, this hair is just, I really like this model's hair. I adore it. But I look at it, and like the little curvy, wavy bits, and I'm like, modeling this would suck. Not that much. Like, realistically, not that much, but it's still like annoying. Also, I need to print it in resin, which is, I'm gonna have my own printer, but there's still gonna be things I can't do with it, which is funny. Well, I could try print. No, I think with that level of detail, it would need to be resin. It would be fucked up if I knew people who did hair sculpts. If I have money to spare, maybe one day I will. The point to... so I actually have the exact head base. It's been released for people to make custom hair. So, Moon, send me your work. Now I'm curious. Not as a, I'm going to commission you, it's just send me your work. I'm just curious. No matter what that work is, I'm going to, because it's you, Moon, I'm going to suffix it with send me your work no matter what that work was. How about that? Anyway, yeah, I mean, the thing about the hair, though, is, so it's VR chat, but the thing I really want to is I want it as a physical object. Which is just... no, I think with the size, that's easy to do. Everyone always talks about how easy it is to do, like, anime hair sculpts and anime hair modeling, and every time I go to do it, it's just like, I don't know, I think, well, first off, I don't have ZBrush. I wish I had ZBrush. Kind of want to get back into sculpting. I'll figure out how to get... Oh, no. But like But I mean, I don't think you would need to actually sculpt for this hair. I think you could definitely do it geometrically. Like, you know, I think you could make it in Blender without any sculpting. But it's just... my brain works better with hard surface modeling. That's what I do IRL with model kits and stuff. I don't do as well with the organic shapes. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be detailed. I want the geometry. I don't want... I mean, if you look at my model, there's not much texture. It's like pretty... It's like pretty flat textured. And that's intentional. Poor Holly Mama, like, tortured her art style to make this model. Yeah, so something mid-poly, like, I could definitely do it in VR chat, just making it into the physical object is always hard. Like, making something that's gonna be print-friendly. That's one of the reasons why resin printing is nice. Because you can do weirder, more tortured things because of how it works. But yeah. No, I'm interested. I think that's... when Sky's stuff is done, and when this version of Lily is rigged, and I'm using her, and I have the plugin and done, figuring out 3D Lily hair does sound like an interesting project. And if I make something for, like, actual physical Lily model, like 1/12 scale Lily, I can use it in VR chat, which... So, like, the rest of her model is, like, very... I even have these brass joints, like these brass garage kit joints, specifically for Megami Device model kits. Megami Device has a crazy permissive license, too, for doing, like, derivative works. It's kind of awesome. So, like, that's one of the things. I can make Lily using Megami Device and not need to worry about licensing shit. Which is fun. I like that. Like, I can use her commercially and stuff. They literally said I could use a Megami Device model to VTube. That was one of the original concepts. Doing, like, some stop motion stuff. I'm really happy with the illustration though. I like this version a lot. I like this avatar. The upcoming avatar is going to be even better, which I'm excited about. Both because it's more recent and, like, it's still the same model. Like, all intents and purposes. It's just, like, a little bit closer, I think, to the vision. And then there's some fun extras. Yeah, of course it's gonna have elf ears. It's just gonna be slightly more, like, robotic and more model kitty. The eyes, for example, are much more digital now, which is fun. I'm excited about the update. And then if I ever get a 2.0, so this one's, like, very physical model. And then if I ever do a update, it will be more digital, more cyber. Whereas this one is Mega Man Zero. An update would be Mega Man Battle Network. The whole idea is going to be digital imp, digital devil, like computer virus themed. And I think that would be fun. Like, I think that's... Yeah, it has an insane ref sheet. I'll never be able to share the ref sheet publicly. Or not a reference, the mood board. The mood board inspiration sheet. Yeah, I definitely went through... I dug deep on Pixiv and Burus for some of the reference art. Also dug really deep into art books and stuff, but I always do that. I need a physical copy of the Mega Man Zero art book so bad. Like, that thing I have referenced maybe more than any other book. I want that, and then the Fujioka. Kenki Fujioka art book. Yes, Mega Man's, and I had a chance to buy it, and now I think it's out of print, which is annoying. Maybe Capcom will bring it back. I think they do occasional reprints of the Capcom art books. But yeah. Yeah, if 2.0 ever happens, it'll be insane. And also, very much... I will... If 2.0 happens, there's going to be silly amounts of hardware integration. Because once they get this OSC plugin going, the world's my oyster. Like, brainwaves, sure, that's fun, that's simple, we've already done it. MIDI controllers to control all sorts of elements of the model. Like people use Stream Decks and all of that, and they're great, but they're just buttons. I want sliders, I want dials, I want knobs, and I want, like, heart rate monitors and, like, all sorts of different things. I want to do leap motion integration. Maybe not even for hand movement. You know, I'm gonna do body tracking stuff for like torso movement instead of other stuff. I want to integrate like pedal. Yeah, I want foot pedals. I really want foot pedals. I think that's like my immediate... I think that would be the immediate upgrade to my setup. Also want Slime VR. Because the Vive stuff requires line of sight. And I'm gonna be honest, I stream with blankets and stuff all over me. So Slime VR would be cool in the future. Not for VR chat. Like, not for VR chat. I want the motion tracking to do shenanigans. Like, it would be cool, for instance, to control the, like, plug tail with my ankles. Like, I think that would be simple and interesting. And, like, realistic. I think like having that, I mean, I think, for instance, Like right now I'm like, you know, waving my head, but I'm also like swaying my torso and moving around and all of that. So that's one of the things I want to use the motion tracking for, is I want to add body sway. But not like is that, I mean it's a Live 2D is a puppet. And really good animatronic puppets are like crazy, crazy. Like the stuff that they use in film is like, there's so many different ways of controlling them and so many inputs, and like, I don't know, it feels not that I am a physical performer. Like I'm not that I'm really a performer, like, you know, all of that, but it would be fun to just add that kind of movement. Also, like, I'm constantly talking with my hands, and you guys can only kind of see it during hand cams, but like, yeah, I've been doing this the entire time and it's out of frame, but and just having the, yeah, I don't know, I'm looking forward to the body movement. I think is going to be a huge one. It's going to be easy to implement. You just put it around your chest, like, and like your waist and stuff, and then I can add all sorts of fun sway and shit. And it'll be like nice and simple, and it's going to be a plugin so other people can mess with it. And like, you know, like when the Mo-Copy announcement came out and everyone was like, oh, this is so cool, it's like, you can't really use any of this unless it's rigged for it. But that's not true. You can do the torso stuff. Like, yeah, if you're gonna try and do like crazy arm and leg stuff, it makes more sense to have a 3D model, realistically. And if you have Mo-Copy, you probably have that already. But if you have like any VR setup, a lot of people have like a tracker or two. Not like necessarily a lot of them, but they might have like one or two. So having a little plugin where you can just strap that around your waist and control more body sway, and it turns out a lot of rigs have that built in. Like, think of it, you could fucking do chest sway, like, there's so much stuff you could do. Yeah. So. I don't know, like, you can make really, really animated models and rigs and all of that. But if you connect too much things together, like, it just seems like overactive. But if you start, instead of linking those things together, you have them individually puppeted by different elements. I think that's just really interesting to me. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Also, just MIDI devices are so many inputs and stuff. It feels like it's so much cooler than a little Stream Deck. I don't mind my Stream Deck. I do like the little pictures. And I do like that it gives me feedback about whether something's on. But like, I don't know. I think I think there's a lot of cool potential for stuff to do. And I'm interested in that potential. Like, compared to, especially on YouTube, where like, we're kind of limited with what we can do interestingly technically. Like Twitch, you can do basically black magic because of how much is exposed, and channel points and redeems. Like, you can do all sorts of fun integrations and all of that, but like, if you want to make a YouTube stream technically interesting, it's yeah, you kind of have to focus on the model or a lot of other, I don't know, I've been thinking. I've been thinking. You guys are also going to get a Game Boy camera stream at some point. Hey, you could get that next week. It's not like I need to do much prep. Like, I literally take this, put it like this, and put the Game Boy camera in it. And just point it at my model. It's easy. There's no hoops, there's no GameCube, there's... It'll be nice and easy, and we can play through the Game Boy Gallery games. That could be fun. See what people were doing with the Game Boy camera last couple years. Yeah. You know what? That sounds like a fun stream for next week. This week is me getting back into the swing of things. Next week will be more shmups and arcade games, because I just like that. But I think me trying a couple new things. And Birthday Minecraft. I think Birthday Minecraft is fun. Alright. Maybe Birthday Minecraft. It depends on if I can bully Rice into it. A Game Boy cartridge that has my avatar in it, with different expressions and stuff, was actually an idea if I ever do merch. Especially now that a lot of the chip shortages have, like, died down. And we have, like, good third-party carts and all of that. It's an idea. Been thinking about it. Yeah, so the transparent PCBs look so good, but they're flex PCBs and they're not rigid PCBs, which is always a little bit, because like what we want to do is often with rigid, but having that in a flex PCB is cool, I will say. Yeah, I don't know. I've been tempted to do more electronic stuff too, but it's just electronic stuff is expensive. I don't know. There's a lot of little projects I could work on. There's also, I wanted to get a... maybe for the Donathon, I was thinking originally if I ever did a Donathon, I would want it where you guys could like print stuff to a Game Boy printer hooked up to the internet if you donated. But there's a bunch of weird logistical issues with that. Mostly because just to get it formatted correctly is like an issue. I would need to like have a Discord bot. Like you guys would need to send it in a Discord channel with like proof of donation. And then use a command, and then that command, like a mod would like approve it or not, and then it would go to the printer. Logistically, it's iffy. Eventually, though. Eventually, I think it would be fun. I think it would just be a cool donation redeem in general. Just having it set up. Or it would be. Those things eat through so many AA batteries, actually. It'd probably get really expensive really quickly. I would need to figure out how to, like, make a DC adapter? Like a wall adapter? I'll figure it out later. Anyway. I'm calling that the stream. It's finished. It's storming. I've been streaming for about 3 hours, which is good for me. Almost 4 hours. We're gonna be gaming tomorrow, and it'll be fun. And hopefully this thing does not have issues when we actually start playing games with it. It might. Also, damn, I look pink in this lighting. Huh. Neat. I don't look like a corpse. Anyway, it doesn't look sickly and bad. Otsubui, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. I'm happy to be back, finally. Otsubui. Bye-bye.